On June 14th of last year, Donald Trump's birthday, more than 5 million people took to the streets all across the country for the first official No Kings protest against Trump and his administration. And at the time, it was considered to be the third largest day of protest in U.S. history. Now, a few months later, on October 18th, that record was broken when No Kings outdid themselves with a second nationwide protest. Organizers say roughly 7 million people turned out for that one. And now, as I'm sure you're aware, No Kings is gearing up for their third and potentially largest protest yet. Tomorrow, Saturday, March 28th, over 3,000 protests, 3,000 protests are planned for all across the country. It is no secret that the more Trump acts like an authoritarian, the more he acts like an authoritarian, or a king for that matter, the more Americans of all stripes feel like they need to stand up against it. It's why you see demonstrations like the one outside the Kennedy Center today in Washington, D.C. Artists, musicians, writers, all speaking out against attacks on the First Amendment. And one of the organizers was the legendary actor and longtime activist Jane Fonda, who issued a very clear warning about what's at stake right now.
I want to say that the First Amendment suffers greatly in times of war as the government works to crush internal dissent. Our parents, our forefathers fought and died for these rights, for these freedoms. We must not sit by quietly and watch them taken away. If we wait to act, if we hesitate out of fear or the feeling that it doesn't affect us, it may be too late.
Joining me now is the one and only Jane Fonda, actor, activist, and founder of the Modern Committee for the First Amendment. Jane Fonda, it is such a pleasure to be speaking with you. I watched your event today. We all watched your event today. And I should note for the audience, you were in Washington, D.C. today, speaking outside the Kennedy Center for an event, this one I'm referring to, in defense of free expression. So tell us about the event and the message you were really trying to get across to people watching.
Well, the attacks on the arts, on literature, on film, on museums, the National Endowment of the Arts, all of these are under attack right now. They're being defunded, they're being censored, they're being removed. History, especially racial history, the history of slavery, is all being erased. Now, and we wanted it, because it's kind of like here and there, siloed, we worried that people and the press don't see clearly enough the breadth and depth of these attacks. And we have to understand what's happening. This is not normal. This does not happen in a democracy. And we have to call it what it is, and we have to end it. We're the Committee for the First Amendment. It's the First Amendment for a reason. It's the most important. It's the cornerstone of all democracies. It's freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, and freedom to protest, including the right to criticize our president if we choose. All of this is under attack.
Let me ask you about an aspect of this moment. It's so challenging, but that is, I think, positive, which is the reaction, the activism we've seen out there. You have been an activist for so many years, and we are now, tomorrow, the No Kings protest may be very well the biggest one yet we've seen during the Trump administration. You're going to be appearing at the flagship rally in St. Paul. Why do you think the No Kings movement specifically has been really able to galvanize and energize so many people thus far?
People feel desperate. People are, I mean, we're the majority. We are. So we have to act like it. And they're not sure what to do. So the No Kings, these rallies are fun. They're like a festive, you know, and it's like dipping your toe in. It's a first step. And so we should all go tomorrow, but we shouldn't just go. We should bring 5 people. Bring people that we know that have never been to a protest. It's like a first step. You know, you meet new friends, you build community. It's very important. Because it's not affecting his pocketbook, Trump maybe doesn't care about the No Kings, but we do. It's important that we see how big our numbers are.
It's creating a community, I think, that so many people need. You became an activist, as I think anybody watching knows, but just to remind people, during the anti-war and civil rights movements, which were both, of course, very violent, incredibly tumultuous times in our nation's history. But last year you described the second Trump administration as the most frightening time of your life. Just level set for people. What sets it apart from what you've seen over your lifetime of activism?
Well, I'm speaking from the vantage point of a white person. I think black people in this country have experienced authoritarianism. I mean, Jim Crow, where there were no rights for people who were black. This is the first time in the history of the United States that an authoritarian regime has broken through. And worldwide, historians who study these things, they all agree it has never happened so fast in any industrialized democracy. He is moving to consolidate very, very fast, which means that right now we have to use the tools we have to stop it.
You hear a lot from people, and you may hear this: I'm so tired. I fought during the first Trump administration. I just don't know if I have more in me. Even though there are so many millions of people out there, give us some advice. Give us a little quick pep talk for people out there who feel tired, given the longevity you've had as an activist over the course of your life.
I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I'll tell you something. I am so grateful that I'm alive right now. This is such an important time to be alive because it's in our hands. We can save the future. And I say, and it's literal save the future, because this guy, it takes a bath in fossil fuels. The climate is being forgotten about. We are facing an existential climate crisis. And fossil fuels are everywhere with this guy. So we're fighting two existential fights, and they're very connected. This is the time. We are the ones that can create history. We can change what's happening. We are the majority. We don't have a lot of time. So how exciting to be a grown-up person right now, to be able to be part of this. Because history, this has never happened before, which means that history is going to be very much on top of this. They're going to know who was on which side. I don't want to be judged by history and by my children and grandchildren of not having done all I can. Everybody has a role. Carpenters in Minneapolis are repairing the doors that ICE, pushed down. People babysitting, helping. There's a woman who's just given birth that gives her breast milk to the immigrant child next door because the mother has been taken away. I mean, neighboring has become the way to change the world. Neighboring is the new word that the Twin Cities has put into the lexicon of resistance. Get to know your neighbor. Reach your arms out. Bring in people that you may not fully agree with. It doesn't matter. As long as you believe in freedom, the right to speak, the right to express yourself, even if you don't agree with it. This is a new possible world. People are angry right now. The majority of people are fed up with the chaos and terror and disruption and economy that's happening. We can change it. We can, but we have to do it together. Don't do it by yourself. Strengthen numbers. Join an organization. Join a church. It can be a synagogue. It can be the neighborhood. But study what's happening in Minneapolis and make it happen where you are.
Jane Fonda, you may not have intended a pep talk, but I think for any 22, 32, 42, 52-year-old watching that, put it in their veins. That was such a dose of hope and, hopefully prompting some people to be active. Thank you for being here.
I'm 88,
Thank you for what you do.
I'm not tired because I'm so excited.
I know. You're making,
Yeah.
I think you're making everybody watching plan. They're looking up how to get involved tomorrow. I'm so grateful you could be here with us. Thank you again for everything you've done and just for
Tomorrow
joining
and
us.
beyond.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.